Hi, my name is James Arvanitakis. I'm the Dean of Graduate Studies here at Western Sydney University. One of the things that I do in my work is make sure that students have a successful candidature, be it a PhD or a Masters of Philosophy or a Masters of Research. And key to this journey is actually a successful milestone at the end of year one called the Confirmation of Candidature. Now, it doesn't matter which university you go to, everyone has a version of this milestone. We call it the COC, or the Confirmation of Candidature, and it's done between 6 and 9 months from the beginning of your studies, but definitely before the end of the first year. So this video is to actually give you some background of what the COC is and actually give you some tips about how to have a successful COC. So the first thing, the COC is made up of two parts. The first is actually quite a detailed document that's between 3,000 to 10,000 words, and that depends on the discipline you're undertaking. Some disciplines require a lot shorter COCs than other disciplines. And it has a number of headings that you need to fulfill, but mostly what's key is that you list your project aims, your research questions, a literature review, where the gaps are in the knowledge, and also what you're going to try and achieve. That is, what question you're going to try and answer. And it's really important that whatever COC you're doing, you meet those 5 basic requirements. The second part of a COC is actually to attend a formal meeting where you, your supervisory panel, the HDR director, and probably an independent scholar will all be there. And what you do is you do a short presentation, probably about 10 minutes long, where you talk about the key parts of your work and actually then undertake a Q&A session. They'll ask you questions, most common about your methodology and where you see the gaps in literature, and then you answer them. They then give you feedback and discuss the areas that they think you can improve on, or where your strengths are and where you should really concentrate on. So the question is, why do a COC? Why do we enforce this? And why are you probably sitting there, if you're about to do it, you're probably freaking out and thinking, why are you making me do this? Well, there are 5 key reasons why we get you to do a COC. The first is to recognise that a PhD today is only about 3 to 3.5 years. And so therefore it's condensed. It used to be 5, 6 or 7 years, but today, in today's world, a PhD is only 3 to 3.5 years, meaning that you need to have a really, really successful first year. So firstly, the COC allows us to measure your milestones and make sure that you're actually achieving what you meant to achieve in your first year. The second reason we get you to do a COC is that we know that a successful COC means that you are likely to have a successful journey for the rest of your PhD research journey. We know that if people don't get their heads around the COC, that we need to actually build a structure to support them rather than just letting them go off. So a successful COC is really an important indicator of where you're going. The third reason you do a COC is because you're bringing all these academics in the room and are discussing your work. It's a really good chance to discuss and make sure you're asking the right questions, that you've got your head around a broader range of areas, of research areas, and you're not missing anything out. Your supervisor should be able to cover most things, but when you get other academics in the room, they can open up new places for discussion, and this is really beneficial to your research journey. The fourth reason we get you to do a COC is because at this point of your PhD journey, after about a year, you should be producing writing, and that's an important part of the COC. It's actually forcing you to write. A lot of people just think that their writing is all done in the third year, and that is pretty much guaranteed to be a terrible candidature. Everybody hates writing. So getting people to write straight away and work towards their COC ensures that they begin to get writing momentum. And the fifth and final reason is that a COC forces you to think about your methodology, and you need to have your methodology sorted out before you apply for ethics, if that's something you have to do. A successful COC is a pathway into getting a successful ethics application. So these are the key reasons why a COC is such a valuable tool and ensures that you begin a successful journey towards completing your research project. Okay, so that's it from me. Hopefully that answers the question of what a COC is and why you do it. Like I said, you're probably totally freaking out at this stage as you prepare your COC, but don't think about it as a negative. Really think about it as a positive, a fantastic opportunity to put your ideas together in a logical order and have a chance to discuss it with other academics in the room with you. It should be an enjoyable process, and the feedback you get will definitely help you on your journey. So good luck, and I'll speak to you soon.